Greetings, I'm Chappers.
I'm the captain.
We're at the Boiler
We're in a boiling room.
I was going to say secret location, but I can't because it's really obvious
It's
where
really
we are.
obvious where it is.
It is written all
We are
around
slow
us.
dancing in a boiling room.
That has a totally different meaning, doesn't it? Really?
Well, I don't know. It sounds similarly painful.
I'm back from Germany and Luxembourg, and then Devon, and my dad just got married. Yay!
Did he really?
I got hand fastened. It's like a pagan tradition where they tie you to the woman
good
that you
for
like.
us, man.
Yeah, and
What's your new stepmon like?
she's lovely. Yeah, she's really nice. She's like a female version of my dad. Which is a good thing for my dad. And we're in Guildford and we're going to shoot a video for you today. This presentation is brought to you by Marshall. This is the new Astoria amplifier.
Astoria. We've been evicted from our video suites today.
By you?
By me, because I cocked up the dates and didn't realise that a very famous drummer was coming to make video with us today.
Who is it?
Last minute, don't know any drummers, I'm afraid, apart from Vinnie Colorita and Steve Gadd, but it's not one of them.
It's not Gad?
It's not Gadd.
Well then, I'm not interested.
So yeah, very last minute, we just went, quick, phone the boiler room, please let us shoot some video there, and we grabbed some spare cameras and amps and guitars and ran over here.
Yes.
Here we are,
And
for you.
well, I'm tremendously impressed. It's very loud for 30 watt, isn't it?
It's very loud for 30 watt. Well, look, let me give you. So, Marshall Astoria, you may remember, I think from either 2014 or 2015, and Marshall decided to get into the world of hand-wired. They say point-to-point. I don't know if they really mean point-to-point or if it's turret board or whatever, but it's hand-wired.
I like the way it's get into the world of when they kind of started
Well,
off
they sort
in
of
that world.
invented, yes, or they were one of the pioneers. But for many years, of course, Marshall's range had been not really considered boutique. What's an amp that isn't boutique? Just normal.
Just a stat. Well, I don't see again. What about the 1974X or the hand-wired
just old-fashioned,
JCM 800
wasn't it?
T204s, all that kind of stuff? I liked them.
And Rob has just exactly explained why the word boutique is somewhat ridiculous. What does it even mean?
Yes.
But I guess what it kind of meant was low-powered, small combos and low-powered heads, exotic-looking guitar amps. Anyway, so Astoria came out. There were 3 models. There was a blue one, a green one, and a red one. Rob and I did that demo like 2 years ago, and I'll be totally honest with you, they were really, really expensive. They are really expensive.
It sounded good though.
They did sound good, but they're like 2,400 pounds. Don't know what that is in dollars,
Yeah.
but upwards of $2,000.
But then, arguably the biggest amp brand in the entire world,
Yeah,
I suppose. So
and loads of other brands sell amps at that kind of money, so it's fine. But
fair play.
anyway, Astoria did not sell in the quantities that all of us had hoped.
Including Marshall, I presume.
Yes,
Right.
So I came up. I can't claim entire credit with this.
Do it.
Myself
Claim
and,
the credit, Lee.
My, a friend of mine from Marshall said, "Well, look, what if we just really kind of made it a little bit simpler looking?" So just went with the black Tolex, the white piping, sort of tried to sort of not make it quite as swishy looking. And we make a run of 10 of them so that we get some economies of scale of making 10. But internally, it's exactly the same as the red one.
I really like this little Marshall.
Yep, this logo was used on Marshall amplifiers for about the first, someone's going to shoot me now, 2 or 3 years of not this colour, but this sort of capital letters from about 62, 63 through to maybe 65, 66. That was the logo, and then it went over to the script one that we all know and love.
Astoria custom.
It's Astoria
Is custom just a fancy word to put at the end, or is there a reason for it being custom?
Well, that was what the red one was called, Astoria Custom.
Okay.
So it is the red one. So this is based on, I guess, what most people would consider to be the sort of the most famous Marshall tones, which are the sort of the more gainy, think JCM 800 kind of tones.
Well, then, you just said the word tones. Why don't we just really, really sweetly interrupt this broadcast just to show a couple of quick tones?
Let's do it. So
let's do it. We've got it with almost all of the volume.
Yeah, so we've got a really, really simple panel, a gain control, treble, middle, bass, edge, master, couple of funky switches. So if we pull the gain control out, which we'll do that, it adds body.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like a plus-sized model. There's a boost control, which we can do from the foot switch, and there is power reduction. So kind of like a built-in attenuation type circuit here, which we can demonstrate. Of course, if you've seen a video of a red Marshall Astoria Custom and thought, that sounds badass, but I can't afford it, or I don't like red, or whatever, this is whatever tones you heard on that video, this is that amplifier.
Before they fall in love, what's the price?
$13.99.
That's a dramatic improvement there.
So yes, we've managed to shave, like 30 or 40%.
Siberian ingots.
Same speaker. It's the I forget now, the Creamback or one of the expensive Celestians, one of the posh Celestians.
All right.
I'll put the spec in the description below.
Well, we'll both give tones. This is the
agree.
ML1 Pro from Chapman Guitars. It's tuned really low and strung with massively thick strings because I just come back from tour. We've got the gain at around about 10 o'clock to begin with, and
with no body.
No body. Ain't nobody.
But with boost, do you want to take the boost off for a minute?
Yeah, all right. Let's
this is your cleaner end, I suppose, of the scale. Well, we'll do it with this guitar as well, and it'll go even cleaner, I guess.
If we
no
pull
pedals, just a the reverb pedal is the only pedal we're using. With
let's pull it and see what.
This is body.
Yes.
I wonder if at high volumes whether the body is less useful. I suspect.
Pull it and push it while I'm doing. Got that chime.
Well, so the body I've turned off. My gut feeling is body is like a loudness control on a hi-fi. When you're at low volume, you just want to fatten it up a bit, use the body. But at high volume, it's moving so much air, it doesn't need the extra body.
Now I've gained it up, folks. I've gained it up. The boost is just a volume boost, isn't it?
No, the boost is a gain boost.
Oh.
So you've got,
here's
a
what
whole
we're gonna
level
do.
of gain more.
I've gained it up, and then at some point during my whatever I'm going to do, Lee's going to activate the boost.
Yeah. So we're at like 3 o'clock. So sort of
we'll see whether or not it's smoking.
And the reason Rob's guitar's sounding so bassy is, what are you tuned to?
Drop C.
Drop C.
I'm using 11 to 56.
We'll plug this in a minute, and you'll hear it with a traditionally tuned guitar as well.
Yeah. great.
Man alive.
It's absolutely designed to be played loud and in people's faces so that there will be meltage.
But I'm loving the fact that this is a 1x12 combo and it sounds massive.
Oh, it's way louder than you'd ever need anything to be.
Yeah.
You could easily
Just
gig.
the bass end off this is crazy.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sound. You could easily gig over a drummer, no problem at all. Here it is, full volume.
No!
And full gain.
Oh, God.
Great, that's really good. Actually, that's the best sound it makes.
Do you think so?
It's all of the everything.
I've always liked Marshalls with the preamp gain sort of, half, bit like you run your Oranges, where like not too much.
I liked it set that way because you could hear the amp going, I can almost quite make it, but I can't quite make it. And you get a little bit of sag. And I like it when she sags on you.
You do love a bit of sag.
Lead.
Right, let me try.
Bit of sagaloo.
Excuse me. So we haven't really adjusted the EQ on this. Everything's at 12 o'clock and it's sounding good.
Great. Tell them what you did with the guitar.
Okay. So, 85% of you watching this video now will now all think that I'm a complete bellend for doing this. But there'll be 15% of you going, oh man, that's super cool. So this was the 1954 reissue Strat that I bought that Yuri Shishkov made, so it's master built, custom shop in 2004 to celebrate 50 years of the 54 Strat. Some of the stuff that's cool about it is the tooling used to make the plastic parts on this was the original tooling from 1954, and after they made this run of guitars, they retired that tooling to the museum. About a year ago, this pristine looking guitar, my beautiful daughter, and every guitar player with kids will probably have a story like this, put this chip on it. And I was a bit heartbroken. And then I thought, but you know what I'm going to do? Because I've always wanted a relic Strat. I'm going to give this to Andy Tate, who's one of our guitar technicians, and go, Andy, can you like smash it up a bit like you did with my Squire Strat?
He did a mega pro relic job.
And I've got to be honest with you, for all you 85% haters out there, it's just the badass guitar. It plays great, plays so much better than it did before.
Really?
Well, there's none of that
the
loop
neck.
on the neck. Just the neck plays so good.
Okay.
And also as well, I now have no reservations about going crazy with it.
Yeah.
Jumping up and down with it, putting a strap on. You know what I mean?
It's going to become a wooden husk.
So I love this guitar. Anyway, I've probably destroyed its resale value. Not destroyed it, but
you're never going to sell that. It's the Grace relic.
Exactly. So anyway, look. So this is with no boost. So I guess this will be that more kind of clean. Terrible lick there. But that's with the volume about, I don't know, 2/3. Volume all the way up and the gain about 2/3.
Oh man, when I stepped on that boost, you know what? It sounded smoking! Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That's quite how smoking it was.
Bridge pickup.
Did you just drop the F?
I did drop the F-bomb, but it just sounds, I mean, we're not using any pedals. I think I'm just, you know, I think I'm just having like a non-pedal revelation. It's almost like good guitar, great amp, great guitar,
valves.
Great amp, valves, good speakers.
What's the glass compliment, Lee?
Do you know what? It's pretty sure it's EL34s, but again, specification
Does sound
wise,
British.
it's very high spec. This amplifier. That's the whole point of it, really, to be like the flagship of a Marshall range.
Yeah. Can I please just put you full volume full gain? Just to see.
Actually, again, I still prefer it slightly less gainy than that, but hey man, so that's it.
Brilliant.
If you fancy one of these, I've done a run of 10. Now if the 10 take ages to sell, I won't do another 10 and it'll just be a limited edition run. If they sell in a heartbeat, I'll make some more, and if you, I can even make like the head version of this and it'll come out, you know, similarly affordable with the same styling.
That'd be interesting.
But that is a mofo.
And is this exclusive to Andertons then?
This colour is, yes, or this design is. And because when I went to Marshall, I kind of went, there's nothing really wrong with Astoria, it's just too expensive. So what can we do to get the price? Good
for you, looking out for the people, bro.
And we did it with this, so thanks to Marshall and said, please don't think that we haven't skimped on the internal stuff at all of the red one. It's just the same.
Same gnomes inside that work on it.
Exactly the same gnomes.
Yeah.
So look, let's should we jam out?
We can do.
Do you want to be in the little backup amp that we've got behind?
I'll be in the little white beautiful thing. This is Rory from the UK. Tell me about Rory.
So he edits videos. Rory's awesome.
Yeah!